Hello everyone. In this class, we will study the types of functions in C. So basically, there are mainly four types of functions. The first is function with no arguments and no return value. Then second is function with arguments but no return value. Third is function with no return value but arguments, and fourth is both arguments and return value, right? So we will study each of them with an example. So first I am taking is function with no arguments and no return value. So here is our main function, right? ये हमारा मेन फंक्शन है. इसमें हम कॉल करते हैं किसको? एक सम फंक्शन को, राइट? कॉलिंग हमारी हमेशा मेन फंक्शन में होती है, तो हमने कॉल कर दिया सम को. अभी हमें सम बनाना है. सम बनाया तो है नहीं, और उसका हम डेटा टाइप क्या ले रहे हैं? वॉइड. सी, वॉइड लेने का मतलब ये है कि फंक्शन हमारा कोई वैल्यू रिटर्न नहीं कर रहा है. रिटर्न इन द सेंस जो आंसर यहाँ आएगा वो यहीं पे प्रिंट हो जाएगा, वो नीचे नहीं जाएगा यहाँ पर. ओके, यहाँ पर नहीं जाएगा रिटर्न होके, वो यहीं पे डायरेक्टली प्रिंट कर देगा. सो सपोज यू हैव टेकन a इक्वल्स टू 5, b इक्वल्स टू 9 and sum equals to 0. Okay, and you have done this a plus b. Now you are printing this value sum, percent d comma sum, right? So see, what I have done here is I have printed the sum here only in the function. I haven't returned the value. Void can never return a value, right? So see, the output is 9 plus 5, 14. Right? So it is our first example, means function with no arguments. I haven't passed any number, means suppose I have written it there 10. So I am passing an argument, right? It will be go as a parameter to this function. But haven't used this, right? So it is the function with no arguments and no return value. So now the second is function with no arguments but return value. So what we will do? We will take a variable, suppose s, and store the sum in this, right? I am taking the variable, but it is printing the answer in the function only. We have to return the value. For returning, there should be a number, right? So we will change the void into int, and here we will write return sum, not printf sum, right? To return the sum. Now the sum will go from there to there, and here we will write the print function. Oh, sorry, print statement. Or you can say the function. It is a function only, right? Braces is there, so function. And we will print s because the answer goes here to here, right? And stored in s, right? Now see 14. I have taken a variable s and called sum. Sum will be calculated here and returned to here, right? It is a second function type. Now we will see the third one. So now the third one is function with arguments but no return value. So we have not to return the value, right? And have to pass the arguments also. In the previous one we haven't passed any arguments, right? So for example, it is the main function, and um, I am taking a float integers, right? Suppose I am taking float x and y, two decimal numbers, and now I am asking the values with the help of scanf. Percent x, and here I will ask for y also, okay? Ampersand y. So I have to add here percent d two times, not percent d actually. It is float now to percent f. percent f 2 times, right? So I have asked the value of these float numbers and we will pass it in the sum function. Sum x comma y. Since we have not to return a value, so we will not take any variable to store this sum. It will go and print the sum here only, right? So it will go from here to here, and in the place of return sum we will write printf statement, printf percent %f and percent %f, not percent %f, we can take a variable z, for example, to store the sum. Okay, so it is passing from here to here, right? When the number is passed from here to here, so we have to write the parameters here also. Okay, these are the formal arguments. These are the actual arguments which we are passing, and these are known as the formal arguments. Okay, so the numbers were in a float, so we will take float only. Float, and we can change the name here also. Float A, float B, carry the same value only. If we have written 10 and 20 for x and y, x will go in A as 10 and y will go as B in 20. Okay, as 20, right? So here float is A and B. So we have not to initialize this. And now what we will do, since our answer is in float, we have our answer in float, so we will write the data type of sum also be in float, right? Float sum 0, sum of a and b, and we will print sum. Okay, so now see, we have to enter the values, right? Suppose I am entering 5 and 8, and see, it is giving us the values with 13 plus some decimal places, right? So it is our third type of function, and the last one is function with both arguments and return value. So here we have to conclude all the things which we have previously studied in this video, right? So it is our function. Okay, now I'm taking the numbers in int only to better understand. Okay, int a, int b as the formal arguments, and in main now we have to store the value. Return लिखा है ना, तो store करना है, तो ले लेते हैं कि int s, ठीक, और float xy है तो इसको भी int ही कर लेते हैं अभी फिलहाल, आंसर तो सेम ही आएगा। int x कर लिया, फिर enter xy हो गया, प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट लगा सकते हैं पूछने को, और फिर इसको कॉल कर दिया, बट यहाँ पे हम लोग इसको s में स्टोर करेंगे और इसको हम लोग क्या करेंगे, यहाँ से हटा देंगे और इस s को प्रिंट करेंगे, बिकॉज जो हमारा फाइनल आंसर होगा वो रिटर्न होगा, राइट? तो और रिटर्न होके किस में सेव हो रहा है, s में। s हमारा किस डेटा टाइप का है, इंट, तो यहाँ पे क्या लगा देंगे, d, %d, राइट? इन द function of sum, what we will do, we can just write, here we have a and b, we can take another variable sum, and sum equals to a plus b, and just return sum. See, so we have to enter the values 6 and 6. Here's some mistake I think. हाँ, %f ले लिया है मैंने, %d लिया था ना xy को, so %d, right? Now 5 and 5, see 10, 10 is the final answer. So here we can see we are passing the values also and returning the value also, right? So this was the types of functions. I hope you understood the concept. Thank you for watching this video. Keep supporting me. Thank you.